Hey, what's up, family? What's going on with y'all today? Good evening. Hey, Terry, how are you? If you guys don't mind, go ahead and click on the above this video. There's a message that says to allow StreamYard permission so that when you comment in StreamYard, I can see who's commenting. Go ahead and allow StreamYard permission. I do have my phone open as well, just in case, because I want to know who I'm talking to. Okay, great. I'm glad you are doing wonderful. Welcome to my live for this beautiful Monday, y'all. And what I'm going to be doing today is print and cut in Silhouette Studio. So for those of you that would like to learn how it's done, you are in the right place on this evening. Before I get started, because I know that I'm going live now on YouTube and on my Facebook business page. So I just want to introduce myself to those of you who might not know who I am. My name is Deandra, and I am the owner of Dazzle Powers Academy, as well as DA Blanks and more. Welcome you guys to whether you're on my YouTube, my Facebook, or in the group. Welcome to all of you. Make sure you get comfortable. Make sure you are subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you are not a member of Dazzle Powers Academy, go ahead and join the group as well. I'm going to have my group and everything scroll across the bottom in just a moment, y'all. And we can go ahead and get started. Hey, Denise, how are you? Hey, Carol. What are y'all up to today? Hi, Corinne. I hope I'm saying that properly. All right. So that's the Facebook group name and the YouTube name, y'all, scrolling across the bottom. So if you guys are not in the group, go ahead and join our Facebook group. If you guys bear with me, if you want the link, I'll go ahead and put the link in there before the live is over, y'all. So, oh, great. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be doing print and cut in Silhouette Studio, y'all. Today, I am going to be using heat transfer paper. It's the 3G Jet opaque paper. That's one of my favorite that I use for dark colors. You can use this for if you want to do any type of image that has a lot of colors. Where some people that use vinyl, like myself, there's some images that you rather print out and press onto a shirt versus vinyl. However, you can do multiple colors with vinyl as well because you can layer it. But also, it's another option outside of sublimation where you can press on cotton shirts in dark colors, y'all. Some people say they don't like it because it don't last long. But I will tell you guys that I've been using it for a couple years, and I do have some garments that I've washed. I don't dry them per se, but for me, it works out fine. And you can get at least, or your customer can get at least 20 to 25 wears out of it as long as they take care of it properly. Yes, I'm supposed to be streaming to YouTube. Taraji, what's up, young lady? I don't know. if it's streaming over there. But if somebody go over there and check, you can let me know. It says I am. But I really don't know if I really am, y'all, because this is all new with StreamYard, streaming to different channels, but we trying something out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. And then, let me see. My Silhouette Studio screen, and then we can get it started. All right, guys. So, I think I want this to be the whole page. Yes. So you guys should be able to see my Silhouette Studio screen. So the first thing you want to do, we're going to get started. What you need, I'm going to give you the things that you need. You need for this print and cut, of course, you need a Silhouette Studio software. It can be the basic edition. I'm using the business edition. The basic is free to download. So if you haven't downloaded Silhouette Studio Basic, you can do so. It is free. Also, you need a Silhouette Cameo. I'm using a Silhouette Cameo 3 today. However, some people have the 4, the Pro, but you do need the Silhouette Studio Cut Machine to do this print and cut from their software that I'm about to show y'all. Okay, so you also need the heat transfer paper of your choice. Like I said, I'm using Jet Opaque 3G Opaque for dark colors. So that's what I'm using today. And what else you need? Of course, you need a heat press when you're ready to press it onto your shirt. Okay, y'all. So the first thing we're going to do is bring our image in, which I'm about to go to File. Then I'm going to go to Merge. And then I'm just going to click on the image that I want. And as you can see, it brought my image in. I'm going to size my image, y'all. So that's File, just in case you're taking notes. Merge to bring your image into your design board. And then I'm going to size the image to what I want. And I'm going to do that by going to making sure that my image is selected. And then go to the top up here and change my width and height to 4.5 by 4.5 because that's the size I want my images to be. And I'm going to hit enter. I want 2 of those. So what I'm going to do is duplicate that image, bring it over here. Once I have my images sized and I have them where I want them, I'm going to go over here, which these is the most important steps, y'all. Because if you don't do this right, your image will not cut properly. So this is a PNG image that I brought into Silhouette Studio. I'm going to zoom it in so you guys can see. Let me close this out. I hope you guys can see that it has sorry about that. I was just trying to see if anybody was commenting. It has the red trace marks around it, which is fine. However, it do not have any trace mark inside of this seal, and only on this side is trace. So I want all of this to be cut out so that when I put it on a dark shirt, this will not have any white back here. So I'm going to zoom back out. And then I'm going to go to the page setup. You're going to click page setup, which is the very first icon in Silhouette Studio at the right. And the first thing I'm going to do, my machine is on Auto Cameo 3. I'm going to leave that because that is the machine that I'm using. My cut and mat I'm going to set that to a 12 by 12 because that's the size cutting mat that I'm going to be using. Now the media size, I'm going to change that to a 8.5 by 11 letter because that is the size paper that I'm going to be printing and cutting. So you want to make sure your media size is the right size is selected. So if y'all understand what I'm saying, for those of you that are on right now, let me know in the comments you understand so I can make sure everybody is with me. I don't even know how many people are on right now, but like I said, make sure your media size is set to whatever size paper that you are printing and cutting on. So today I'm using 8.5 by 11. I'm going to select 8.5 by 11 and I'm going to leave that like it is. I'm going to change my orientation to landscape. Okay. The reason I'm changing mine to landscape because I have two 4.5 by 4.5, so I need enough space here. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on my show print border, which is fine because I know it's inside. I just have to worry about my registration marks. My cut border, I can turn that on. And the next thing I'm going to do is turn on my registration marks. And you do that by going back to the top of the page setup panel. You're going to select the registration marks icon, and then you're going to turn those on. When you turn those on, you will see this grid at the top with a black square in the left corner, and then you have a black line on the top right as well. Let me scroll down. You should have a black mark right here at the bottom left. Those are your registration marks. That lets your cutting machine know where to cut. When you get ready to cut, it's going to scan those marks. So now that I turn on my registration marks, y'all, as you can see, my images are in this area where my registration marks is. You don't want that because it will not register properly and it will not cut out right. So I'm going to move these down more to the center of my page so they will not be in my registration marks. Sometimes what I do, I would change my inset, which is right on the same page set up under registration marks. To give me more room, all I do is go to advanced options, and all of the left, the top, the right, and the bottom inset, I just move that all the way to the left, which, I think mine was already all the way to the left because I did it earlier. But you can change the inset, and what that does is it just brings this in more for your registration marks. But I always turn mine down to give me more space. I don't need a whole lot of space with these images, but that option is there. Okay. So after I've set my registration marks and I, made some adjustments to my inset, now I'm going to go to my trace panel, which is the 5th option on the right-hand side. And I'm going to select trace with the trace by color option, y'all. And the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to trace inside of the shield so that when it's time to cut, it will cut out this white. Because I don't want this white left when I press this on a black shirt or a red shirt. I don't want this here. It's already traced on the left side. So if y'all understand what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. If y'all with me, let me know in the comments before I move forward. For those of you that are here. Let me know if y'all are with me. Oh, Carol, if you're still here, you're the one that said you love to do print and cut, right? Let me know in the comments. Oh, really? Yeah, I've done it, but I want this to not have that white outline, so it's going to cut this out for me. So that's what I'm about to do now. And how I'm going to do that, like I said, I'm going to go to trace by color. I'm going to hit trace by color at the very top, and I'm going to put my dropper right here in this white area to the right. Maybe I should zoom in some. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. I'm going to put the dropper right here in this area. And as you can see, it turned yellow. And I'm going to turn up my tolerance. Uh-oh, sorry, y'all. I put all areas. I'm going to choose single area. And I'm going to turn up my tolerance so that it can get all of the white in this area. And then I'm going to hit trace. Once I hit trace, it's going to put a red lining inside of here where you see the yellow. And then I'm going to do it again up here in this little area right here. You should see the tolerance. Once I turn up the tolerance, you should see it turn yellow. So I'm going to hit trace. And it's done. So I'm going to do the other side, the other image. Move this to the side. Okay, so you do this part. Which part don't you do, Carol? And I'm going to select inside this white area. And I'm going to just turn the tolerance up to make sure I get all of that white. And I'm going to hit trace. All I'm doing is turning the tolerance up in a single area where I selected. And I'm going to hit trace. All right. So I thought you were talking about a white line around the whole picture. Oh, no. Because around the whole picture, it's already traced. So that's what I was talking about. I'm going to do inside of here. Let me see. It looks like it's already done. Okay. So it's all traced. I'm going to zoom back out. So once I do that, this does not have to be mirrored because I am using the heat transfer paper for darks, y'all. So this does not have to be mirrored. The one for the white, the one that you put on white, it has to be mirrored because once you print it out, it has to be face down and pressed that way. But this, I just print this out and then put it in the cutter, allow it to cut around the edges. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Let me drink some water. And then I press it after that. All right, so I'm ready to send this to the printer. It's literally, it doesn't take long at all. I go to print. And as you can see, my registration marks are there. Again, the registration marks let your cutter know where to cut. It scans so that it'll know exactly where to cut where you traced. So I hit print on my preview. I choose my printer, which is my brother's. I'm using an inkjet printer. So the paper I'm using is for inkjet. They do have some laser jet heat transfer paper that you can use, but I have an inkjet printer, so I'm using the inkjet paper. I'm going to preference. Normally I would do, I change my media to inkjet paper, and also make sure your paper size is chose, and my print quality, I print it on high or best, whichever one. It doesn't look like my printer is connected to this laptop, so I may have to print it on my other computer. So let's see. It says ready, but I'm gonna see if it's ready to print. Let me see what happens, y'all. So while I'm sending that to the printer, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions while I'm sending that to the printer? If my printer is, I have to go check, y'all. So let me go back to StreamYard. It looks like it's only one person on here. Who's on here with me? So for all of those that wanted this tutorial on how to print and cut, you guys, y'all are missing out. However, this live will be available in the academy to rewatch. But it's better, y'all, to catch this live if you can, because you're able to ask questions. Now, if you are watching the replay, let me know once you watch this. Come back in the group, because it's not going to stay in the group. It's going to the dashboard. So let me know. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if it started printing. Okay, y'all. So I'm back. It printed out. I don't know why my printer put those lines in it, but needless to say, it printed out. Let me show you guys. Here it is. As you can see, you have the registration marks here, and then you have one here at the bottom over here. So it's printed out. Now what I'm going to do is put it in my silhouette. And I'm going to use, like I said, a 12 by 12 cutting mat. And make sure when you place this on your cutting mat, it's right at the edge, at the top of that 0. Just like that. I placed it on the mat. Uh-oh, y'all, it came out. Hold on. All right, so there it is. Now I'm going to put it in the cutter. Let me share my screen again. And now I am going to, it's time to send it to the cutter. So you're going to go to send. As you can see, it has the red outline where it's going to cut. Okay. But you have to make sure you select the right material. Right now, mine is on heat transfer smooth. I don't want that. So what I do is go to heat transfer printable dark fabric. that is what I choose to cut heat transfer paper. Once I choose my material, I check under the lines, make sure my cut lines are there. They are. And then I hit send and send it to the cutter. So now that it's sent to the cutter, and right now it's reading the registration mark. Sometimes you may get an error that says it couldn't read the registration marks, and that could come from not enough lighting, too much light. And what I normally do when that happens, I just close my Cameo top down and it'll allow it to read the registration marks. So once that's done cutting, we will go ahead and I'll show you how it cut out. So there weren't too many people on here when I was going through the process. I would ask if anybody got any questions, but it was nobody here. And like I said, it will be in the Academy dashboard for a replay. However, it will not be saved in the group, y'all. So the design that I'm doing with this image, I'm doing a mixture of heat transfer paper with vinyl. So once I am done, hi Fonte, how are you? Is it blurry? Why? I'm not sure why it's blurry. That sucks. Oh, you know why? It's probably my internet connection. Yep, it's probably my internet connection. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Yep, it's probably my internet connection. And it's lagging. Oh no. Don't tell me that. All right, let's see what happens now. It also lags. All right, y'all. So let me see if I can get. How about now? So y'all, I'm probably gonna have to do this class over. Y'all let me know. Is it still blurry now? Let me know. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, so let's see, y'all. Hopefully. So it's only when I'm on the screen that it's blurry, right? Is that what it is? Only when I'm on the screen it's blurry? Are y'all telling me I gotta redo this whole live over? All right, so all right. So everybody was saying that it was a few people were saying that it was blurry and it was lagging. Y'all, so I'm gonna go back and see to make sure. If anything, I will do this live over. So guys, like I said, those were the steps to do the print and cut. The only thing left to do is cut it out and then press it. So again, I hope this was helpful to you guys that are wanting to accomplish the print and cut method. If it was not, hopefully you guys will get on, ask questions, because it looks like I'm gonna be doing this over. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you are in the Facebook group so that when I do any tutorials, any classes, that you all catch it. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that you will not miss any classes that we do in here or on YouTube. And I will see you guys on Friday. Come hang out with me. We're going to sub on some socks and a tumbler, so you guys do not want to miss out. Make sure your notifications are on. Thank you guys for watching today, and I will talk to y'all later.